Do you guys want to take part in this 10-20 second ritual? It's a very simple ritual. Yeah? Okay. So it's very simple. Could you guys please stand up? Yeah. Do the namaste. Yes. And do the head nod. Yeah, that's the ritual. Thank you for being such a good sport. I imagined numerous scenarios how this could have gone. I was imagining that, the whole crowd goes silent and nobody reacts to it, and I was like, at least I would know how Ayatollah feels when he addresses his crowd in Iran, Too soon? Okay. Let me double down on it, okay? So this Ayatollah guy, he has been we have to get into war for the last 20 years, and the first day of war he dies. Moving on. So, okay, my name is Arsel. It's spelled as A-R-S-E, Arse. L, okay? Yeah, so, if my jokes are shit, remember it's coming out of an arsehole. And I come from the arsehole of Netherlands, Eindhoven. I see some confused faces. Let me explain it to you, okay? Imagine the map of Netherlands. The map of Netherlands is like a giant man taking a shit, right? Groningen, Amsterdam, Maastricht, Eindhoven. Precies, naturally. And now you know why we shit on the Belgians. Yeah. The map of Belgium is like a toilet, I come from India, and my full name is Muhammad Arsel Hasan. I can see some of your arseholes clenching up. Relax. I only bomb on stage, okay? So chill. So I'm basically both your 7-Eleven and 9-11 kind of brown guy. Yeah. And you have to be careful with me because I can scam you. And I can blow myself up to remove all evidence of scamming. Okay? But when I first moved to the Netherlands, the first thing that struck me, I was really unimpressed of, was the racism here. The racism here is kind of like Dutch food, very bland. Racism in Netherlands is like Suriname's food. Okay? Suriname's food, like they took the Dutch food. Okay? Dutch food is so bad that they took a bunch of Indians from India, put them in the Caribbeans, and managed to fuck their food also. Like, no offense to Surinamese food, I do like a good roti kip, but it's no butter chicken naan, Suriname's food is like when an Indian parent has 2 kids, the first kid is like the overachiever, and the second kid is just didn't make it, Suriname's food feels like that. It has the Indian taste, but just didn't make it, But let's come down to racism, right? So I was very unimpressed by the racism in the Netherlands because in Netherlands there are individuals who are racist, right? But in India we have racism in our constitution. Like in India, the government is racist. So I'll explain, right? I come from this particular region in India where we border with Bangladesh. Okay, so Bangladesh is basically our Mexico. Okay, so a lot of Bangladeshis, they jump over the fence and come to where I stay. And Bangladeshis are mostly Muslims, so Muslims from my region are mocked as Bangladeshis. Not by the people, by the government, okay? So what the government did in 2019 was that they started this thing called Citizenship Amendment Act, where they wanted to give citizenship to non-Muslims from Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan. Seems fair, they're doing a good job removing all the non-Muslims from these Muslim states. But what that meant for the Muslims in my region was that we had to prove our lineage for 3 generations to the government from my region. And I was in Netherlands at that time, okay? And so we had to fill up some forms. And my father, he has 9 brothers and sisters. So 2 of them forgot to mention my father's name, okay? So his name did not show up in the list, okay? So now we are having this discussion because now for him to prove that he should be on the list, 3 generations, his brother, his mother, and one of his kids, that is me, have to go with him to the office to prove that he's our father, he's our son, and he's our brother, And I looked at my flights, and it was like 1,300 euros up and down because I had to do it immediately. And I told my father, can you like figure out a way to go, like, you know, make sure your name comes on the list, because it's 1,300 euros, like you can probably bribe someone, and you know. And he was like, my son, I have never been so proud of you. Let me figure it out. So within 2 days, he spent 300 euros and his name was on the list. Basically, in India, racism and corruption cancel each other. Okay? But I also cannot be mad at the government for pulling off all this shit, because Muslims from India are also kind of weird. Okay? Like I'm saying this because, like, I have weird Muslim uncles. Okay? And one of my uncle, he's such a fanatic, Muslim fanatic, and that he boasts about how like the number of times he prays to other Muslim friends of his. Okay? And they all have this competition, and it's a weird competition. Like they bang their head so hard on the ground while praying that they have gotten this callus on their forehead, like a unicorn's horn has been chopped off, you know. And they it's, and then measure it, okay. And apparently I was doing this, you know, workshopping with the other comedians, and one of the comedians, she actually mentioned me that they actually have a hack. They put a stone on the ground so that when they hit the motherfucker, you know. And that's my uncle, okay. So this, and we are all part of this family WhatsApp group, okay. And I don't know about you guys, but in India we have some etiquettes when it comes to WhatsApp group messages. One of them is that when you have a photo of something with some text written below it, it's universal truth, okay? You're not challenging them. So the other day, my uncle, he sends this photo of the CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai, and below it's written that the CEO of Google has said that Islam is the most scientific religion in the world. I saw that and I was like, first of all, that guy is a fucking Hindu guy, okay? Sundar Pichai, okay? He's not gonna say such a thing about Islam. Secondly, he is the CEO of a $1 trillion company. You think he has the time to hold a press conference amidst all the privacy concerns and shit that is going on with Google, and then he claims that, you know, Islam is the most scientific religion in the world? In hindsight, I should not have written that in the WhatsApp group chat. They removed me from the family WhatsApp group chat, and my father removed me from the country. But later on, during the day, my father, he messages me and he's like, you know, let people believe what they want to believe. If that brings them peace, you know, let them believe. You know, why do you have to challenge someone's religion? And I was like, that's the very fucking reason why 2 towers in New York don't exist. You know? Again, too soon? Okay. But now this uncle, now that I have been out of this WhatsApp group and all this chaos, he messages me personally, okay? And he always during Ramadan. Now Ramadan is going on, so he always messages me in this condescending tone. So, how many days are you fasting? Are you thinking of fasting? It must be tough in such European countries, you know, such a long days and stuff. And this year, finally, I have something for him, because isn't it crazy that the whole of Middle East is going in war while they are hungry? You know. Like, imagine you just fasted the whole day and you're like, okay, let me finally sit down and break my iftar, and then suddenly drones come in and you have to run empty stomach. Like, I guess now people in the Gulf countries know how Palestinians feel, you know, running on empty stomach when drone attacks come in. I think the room got a little heavy, so let me do some shitty jokes. You wanna listen to some shitty jokes? Yeah. Okay. I have a Middle Eastern friend, Ahmed, okay, and he's a bit tiny. He's a bit tiny, okay. Where do you think Ahmed is from? No, he's from Palestine, because my pal is tiny. Wow. You guys really have a low bar. Okay. Last one, and then I'll go off stage, okay? You guys know that Google is no longer the #1 search engine in Israel? Did you know that? No? Do you guys know what it is? No? It's Netanyahu. That's been my time. You guys are wonderful. Please give it up for Rachel.